Hey guys, this is Narenzade with the Hammer Bros, and I'm going to bring you games 3, 4, and 5 of the Sylvania GT. I was very lack in my ability to take photos during these last couple games, mostly because I was tired, and I just don't have that battle report stamina yet. So what I'm going to do though is I'm going to write up little forms and things that have like turn 1, turn 2, and all that, so I can be taking pictures and giving you guys the best battle reports I can. So, without further ado, these will be the last of my uh, semi-competent battle reports. So we get into fully competent ones here. So this one is at the bottom of, or at the top of turn 2, I believe. Bottom of turn 2. So this is what happened. I set up in a large block formation, like you can see right here. In the upper right-hand corner there, you see two of my rat darts. And if you look in the upper left-hand corner, you see a unit of gunner runners. All those units have messages. If they touch my opponent's end of the board, they garner me 150 victory points. So I run all those guys off pretty much at the top of turn 2 and 3. So I get an extra, 450 victory points right there. If you look on the bottom here, my Doom Wheel had ran into a steam tank on turn 1. I dealt him 9 wounds. That steam tank will not die until the top of turn 5, bottom of turn 6. Between his life magic and just making a large amount of 4-up word saves, or armor saves, rather. Um, going on this turn, my Hell Pit has 1 wound remaining, I believe. I rammed him into the Demigryph Knights because that was the closest thing, and I needed him to hit something before he died. I get my slaves into his large block of knights. He begins the grind there, and his demis hit my Storm Vermin, which I'm okay with because I pump Potion of Strength on my Warlord and try to go to town. So we'll go to the next turn. Here you can see he's reformed his demis. I still have 1 wound remaining. I made all my region saves this turn. His steam tank has 3 wounds on it from my cannon shots. Because I'm focusing on those on his steam tank over other things, because I just want to be able to get shooting superiority. If I can keep the other steam tank tied up, I'm free to shoot his demis that run into my slaves and all that. So that's my plan there. On the left here, he continually casts Foz Protection on that unit of knights, which I'm okay with, because he really wanted to get that guy off, and I had everything else to shoot at. So I figured I would save that till the end anyway, or hit it with my Storm Vermin and try to take it out. On his turn, he kills my Hell Pit, but not before taking a Demigryph with him. These knights on the right charge my gutter runners, and I stand and shoot and kill 2 more of them, and then I kill them and break them. On my turn, I charge. I hit him with the Storm Vermin. I move my rocket guy out to redirect these knights, which he's not going to take the bait on. He's going to turn around and try to take care of these gutter runners behind him. So that's mostly irrelevant. In the combat, we continue to grind there. In this next photo, you can see his demis. He's going to move them right up into the face of my slaves, so there's not much I can do there. You can see he has that 1 knight that's panicked. It's going to run through, and it's going to not rally and hop off the board. All the while, my Doom Wheel's grinding with the steam tanks, and I continue to shoot port lightnings at his steam tank on the right-hand side. Combat continues to be a grind. I think he's down to about 7 knights now, and I'm down to about 30 Storm Vermin. He's killed my Bonebreaker. I don't have any magic that's too effectual this game. I cast like Crack's Call a handful of times through these demis and never get one. So what you gonna do? The grind continues. As you can clearly see, my gutter runners at the top have ran away, so they're at the top of the board. They're gonna rally, however. On the right here, he casts Foz Protection on these demis because he doesn't want me blasting them, and I can't blast his knights anymore since they're in combat with my Storm Vermin. But like I said, I'm still focusing on his steam tank up top. He's gonna just grind down the slaves and the Storm Vermin over here. My Storm Vermin are gonna break, and he's gonna overrun into my bunker, which I'm okay with because I can challenge out, I can move around, all that. He's grinding on my demis. On the top of 5, my Doom Wheel finally kills the steam tank. I fire both my cannons and kill his other steam tank finally. Uh, the grind here continues, and what happens is my slaves finally end up killing the knights, so I get all the points for the knight unit. Um, I fire my warp lightnings in the front of his unit, and I kill 3 demis, so I get half points for them. The game ended up being a draw, except I killed all of his messenger units, and I got all mine off the table. So it was worth another, I believe, 700 or 800 points. So it ended up being a pretty large win for me. And then that night we kind of hung out, didn't do too much because there was not a whole lot to do in Oaks, PA. So we went to the next day. Game 4, Sylvania GT, Skaven versus Vampire Counts. This game was against the illustrious Alex Schmid, who is coming off of a best overall at Crossroads with this list. So I was very excited and a little nervous to play it, but we'll see how it goes. This is what I believe the top of one looks like. I moved my Doom Wheel like so because I didn't want to, give him an easy scream with his Terrorgeist, and I have range superiority, so no reason to get antsy. This is what the left side of the board looks like. I shot his Terrorgeist with all those gutter runners and did 2 or 3 wounds. I hit it with a cannon and dealt it 2 more, so it has 5 wounds on it. And then I shot my cannon at the other Terrorgeist and dealt 5 wounds to it. So because I couldn't focus fire on one of the Terrorgeists, they're both alive, and they're going to get healed up basically the whole game. Uh, his uh, his wolves chaff up my Doom Wheel. They're not charging it though, just so it messes with my movement. Storm Banner's still going, so he can't fly up his Terrorgeist how he wants. I'm going to charge. He's going to scream at my Gutter Runners and kill some of them. They're going to flee and rally. I'm going to charge this Rat Dart into the flank of those dogs and end up killing them. I'm going to send my Doom Wheel down here back to the right so I can, if he moves in his Crypt Horrors, whatever, we can, do some damage there. He attempts to charge my Doom Wheel on his turn, fails. The Storm Banner's still going up, so he's just kind of shuffling forward with his Terrorgeist. I'm failing to shoot sometimes too because of my own banner going off, not being able to kill these Terrorgeists, which is unfortunate and terrifying. My hell pit, however, is right up here. He has 4 wounds on him. He's taken a scream from a fully healed Terrorgeist and 3 Banshees, all at -1 leadership. I need a 7 to hit his Terrorgeist and then to overrun into his bunker right there, as you can see in the middle of the board. I, however, roll less than a 7. I roll like a 4, so that was a big missed opportunity for me. But I do manage to charge my Rat Dart in there into his general, hoping to get really, really lucky, but you never know. I move my Gutter Runners to the flank of his Crypt Horror. He's going to kill that Rat Dart. The Hell Pit is going to get screamed at and still survive this round. He's going to charge with his Crypt Horrors, however, into the front of my Storm Vermin. Do a whole lot of damage. We're going to grind there for quite some time. This is a couple turns after I had cast Plague and I had cast 13th on his bunker, and they both managed to go off. He's pretty exposed right now, and he didn't have the movement to get back to move those guys into another unit. He double screened my Doom Wheel off, which was a real damn shame. So that's what that looks like. This is where I make a mistake. My Hell Pit flees from his Banshees, and I didn't realize that if you fled and you got run down, that you didn't get to make a return roll. My opponent didn't know that either, so he ran me down, and I came back with 1 wound on me. I ran into some zombies and started killing them. But after the game, he informed me of that rule that he had been told, and I apologized profusely. He said it was no big deal, though, because, had I known the rule, he was 2 inches from me, I would have just held, taken the hits, and, hoped I came back, because what else am I going to do? So that was too bad, and I still apologize for that, but moving on. You can see I'm protecting the bunker pretty well here. I'm pretty worried about these Crypt Horrors, though, because I'm going to no longer be steadfast here shortly. And then he finally does charge his Terrorgeist into the Storm Vermin, and he charges his other Terrorgeist into my other Warp Lightning. His conga line of Banshees and Vampire up top are moving in to scream at my Hell Pit. Um, However, my Hell Pit will kill those zombies and then charge the other way, so he'll get away from them. I roll up a 3 dice magic phase, 2 1, and I have 2 Warpstone tokens. I eat the Warpstone tokens, I throw 5 dice at 13th, I get a 25 exactly, and I kill his 2 level 4s and his 2 skeletons there. He calls the game there because the rest of his army would just crumble away, and I get a large 28-point win. Um, so I'm going to move on to game 5. I actually completely forgot to take any pictures because at this point I'm 4-0. So, I'm really heads in the game and not in reporting. So I really do apologize for that, everybody. But I can give you the rundown. It's probably for the best I didn't record this game because it was probably the worst I've ever played. My deployment was absolutely horrendous. He was playing a Tzeentch Warriors list with the Unkillable Lord, an Unkillable BSB, 2 Tzeentch Sorcerers, and a unit of Marauders, a Chimera, a unit of Skull Crushers, a Hell Cannon, and a bunch of Chariots. So I was really afraid of his Hell Cannon and his Treason of Tzeentch, so I deployed very foolishly and spread out all of my characters. Um, he's a very good player, and he went first. He was able to take full advantage of that, got into my Storm Vermin very quickly, smashed them up. Um, Unfortunately, this was the big turning point of the game. I did manage to get rid of the Hell Pit and his casters by like turn 2 through 13th and just, focus firing on his cannon. Unfortunately, my Storm Vermin failed 2 Leadership 7 rolls and broke and ran away, leaving his Chimera to just reform and charge my Gracier. And that pretty much spelled the end of the game right there. He obliterated me throughout 6 turns, and yeah, I ended up having 1 unit of slaves left at the end of the game. So it was a major loss, but I wasn't upset because I only had myself to blame for my shoddy tactics. So I ended up 4-1 as predicted, and because I'm not such a great painter, I ended up with best general at the Sylvania GT. Um, so that was very exciting. I was glad to do it with Skaven. I really like the army, and I'm very pumped about it. So again, everyone, I'm sorry about the lack of photos for this one, but I'm going to go to Du Bois GT as of next weekend, the one after this one, and I will have 5 battle reports. They will be immaculate. I'll be taking notes and everything, so I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll be putting up the Tournament of Lords video probably here in the next couple days. So I'll see you guys later.